Hi, today we start our first big trip to Germany. We'll be on the road for about 2 weeks, riding from Hamburg to Freiburg.
We are Arev and Matthias, and for a while now we dreamt about traveling around the world. Well, to cycle around it to be exact. What has been sort of a distant and abstract crazy idea is about to get real. Join us today as we begin phase 1 of our amazing world bike tour.
As leaving everyone and everything behind to cycle around the world for multiple years is kind of big, we thought it might be a good idea to check if cycling long distance is something we can do. We borrowed some equipment and additional panniers from our friends, packed everything we thought we would need and some more.
We are starting off in Hamburg, up in the north, Germany's second biggest city, a beauty with many rivers and green areas. Thanks to its important harbor, it has an international flair that we liked much better than the notoriously cold, windy and wet weather, as people from further south like Matthias complain about all the time.
But most importantly for us, it's the city where we first met. Here we had our first long walks and began to think about the future together. Back then, cycling around the world was nothing we would think of, but here we are.
The Elbphilharmonie.
Yeah, the €1 billion concert hall in the Hafen City is a place pretty familiar to us, especially me, as I used to work in the restaurant just next to it when I was a chef.
Anyhow, with the route roughly planned, the bikes loaded and lockdown over, we are excited to hit the road. Let the adventure begin.
Coffee break! So we are at our first stop. We need a little break, as you do after approximately 1 kilometer of today's journey. You can still see the Elbphilharmonie in the background. We just got some refreshment coffee somewhere. Where's the coffee? Oh yeah, there on the porch. Coffee, and also I ordered Franzbrötchen, specialty of Hamburg. Like you can really only get it in Hamburg. It has a lot of sugar, cinnamon, butter probably as well. It's very tasty, and people from Hamburg are very proud of it.
And rightly so. Don't judge us, we are long-distance cyclists now, and we need all the calories we can get.
Seriously though, it really was time to get into the wild and unknown, make some distance and leave the big city behind us. This area used to be Europe's biggest urban regeneration project and was part of the free port of Hamburg. With globalization, more and bigger container ships and free trade within the EU, its size was reduced, making way for luxury apartments.
It's green! Sometimes it's really hard to get started with something you want to do. Maybe because the task at hand feels too big, too difficult, or unknown, or all of it together. Certainly, it kind of has been like that for us in this undertaking. The idea of traveling the world by bicycle was followed by a wave of enthusiasm and a lot of research, which led to further excitement, but also so many questions and at times even anxiety.
Though, once you finally get yourself to make the first steps, or pedal strokes in our case, you realize rather fast that you can do it. Of course you can. And it feels amazing.
Oh shit! I just really don't want to fall down. Which will eventually happen. Shit! Hey, I'm stuck! It's really nice with Matthias and his communication, you see. I'm stuck and he's already there. Great thing. I'm stuck! Oh shit! Yeah, I really love this sandy road. I just don't know where are they. It's not even a beach. Great. Oh, shit. Okay. I'll just. What is he doing? Huh. Nice.
Showering nature.
Yeah, goodbye. So, should we ride straight or? I don't know how.
Take a right, sharp right, very soonish into 40 meters.
Okay. So not here. I love this. This is great. Not like in the forest.
You should probably know that I only learned to ride a bike as an adult. So I am not a very confident cyclist. But I do enjoy it a lot. Please believe me. On top of that, I didn't do a lot of camping in the wild either. But I'm a curious person. So let's see how this goes.
Wow! Woohoo! Oi, oi, oi.
Cycling about 1000 kilometers across Germany should help us to understand a little bit better what our dream actually entails. You know, before we sell our belongings, cancel the lease of our apartment, quit our jobs and so on. Stuff that you would generally want to be quite sure about before you do it. Try renting an affordable place in Berlin, as you will know what we mean.
Really nice.
So we just did about 24 kilometers from Hamburg south, and we're now leaving Warendorf at the outskirts of Harburg. We'll have another 60 kilometers or so to go to Rothenburg an der Wümme. So we're having our first warm showers host in our lifetime, basically. Lutz will be welcoming us, so we try to be there at 8 in the evening. Yeah. Let's see. We can do it.
I guess the bus can make it in time.
We have little experience in free camping. Also, it is forbidden in most parts of Germany. And as there is no official camping on our route today, we were a little bit unsure what to do.
We feel a little anxious because of many things that are new to us. Being able to crash on the couch of a fellow traveler sounds great. It's a nice way to exchange experiences, pour our hearts out, have a warm shower and of course a safe place to sleep.
I think there is a dead animal on the street. No? Ah, a horse shit.
So, isn't this a nice road?
Yeah, this is a really nice road. My butt is thankful
Is it?
to the constructors of this road. Auto, Matthias.
Yeah. This is the beauty of northern Lower Saxony.
Yeah. I'm really discovering northern Germany for myself,
Nice.
and it's so beautiful. Oh, have a look.
It is kind of ironic. After living in Germany all my life, this trip will also be me discovering my home country. Northern Germany is a great region for bicycle touring greenhorns like us. It is mostly flat and you have cycling paths and farm roads almost everywhere. Being able to stay clear of busy main roads with cars flying past us all the time is much safer and adds to the feeling of freedom that almost overwhelmed us when we left the big city behind us.
I don't know, how is it actually if I film myself? I'm also on this trip, you know. 9. No. Sand. Oh Mensch. Why? Ah. Oi, oi. Sitz einfach nicht. Yeah. The great roads of northern Germany.
I hate sand. Almost every time we got on a sandy farm road or gravel path, I would end up falling. It is particularly hard for me going downhill on sand or gravel. I have a really hard time to stay in control, keep the balance and not brake too much or too little. I fell so many times that I'm kind of afraid of it already.
No. Please. No.
When I suddenly find myself on sand, I can have a minor nervous breakdown.
Some people say it doesn't matter how much you cycle. When you reach the 50-kilometer mark in a day, it starts to get uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this year we did only one day trip around Berlin and a lot of home office during the lockdowns as preparation. Also, I've developed a thing for baking delicious cakes.
Shit.
I ate them all. Right now it does not feel like that has helped a lot.
And well, I guess 30 more to go. Roundabout. Maybe more. Car. Okay, so we've driven 73 kilometers so far. We're really tired, our butts hurt, actually everything hurts. Yeah, but we still have 18 kilometers to go. It's now 7 p.m. and Lutz is waiting for us in Rothenburg, so what can you do? Oh my. Let's go. I could sleep anywhere.
The exhaustion almost overwhelmed our bodies, but somehow we mobilized our last energy and made it to Rothenburg-Wümme.
Oh, yay! Oh my god! We did it!
Okay, 4 more kilometers.
For last 4 kilometers. My whole body hurts. Huh?
We're almost there. Welcome to beautiful Rothenburg-Wümme. That was very, very bad judgment on my side, because I really thought we would be in better shape, and yeah, probably I also thought we would start earlier than I think we started pedaling at
12.
about 12 o'clock in the Hafen City in Hamburg, so 2 hours too late at least.
And
then
we are not in a good shape.
We're totally
Not.
in a good shape. Lockdown shape.
Yes.
Our first day of cycling was a long one. A day with physical and emotional ups and downs. We had a very slow start, topped off with an early break.
But the weather was perfect. We had good roads, also many bumpy ones.
There was a lot of cursing, but also an adventurous feeling of joy.
And of course, picturesque forests, green and golden fields as far as the eye can reach.
And now, at the end of the day, sunset at the lake.
Ja, kann man aushalten hier.
Ja, voll.
Hey!
Geil, dass das jetzt momentan geklappt wird.
Ja, kein Problem.
Matthias,
Hi,
Arif,
können
ist
Sie
ein
noch,
bisschen platt.
glaube ich.
In the meanwhile,
If you wanna hear me scream, now's the time.
Although we made it in the end, cycling 90 kilometers on the first day was way too much for us. Never before did we ride so far with this much weight on our wheels.
it was painful and led to our complete exhaustion. But we made it. That's what counts, right? And even more, we'll have our first warm showers experience and tell you about it in our next episode.
That's a towel. I'm freezing.
Thank you so much for staying with us till the end. If you want to follow our journey, please consider subscribing to our channel and give us a thumbs up. It would mean a lot.
If you have any thoughts or questions, please leave them in the comments below.
Until next time.
And may the wind be in your back.